guys, welcome to the Recommendation Studio. We're going to be doing some recommendations today based off the 2015 flick Avengers: Age of Ultron. I did find the first Avengers film to be by far one of the better Marvel superhero movies. I can't really say that I'm hugely disappointed in the film despite having given it the low rating that I've given it. Because that would imply that realistically, I had some expectations, and in all honesty, I don't have huge expectations when it comes to the Marvel superhero films. It's like watching Russian dash cam. There was no actual scenes in there that I could refer back to and be like, this particular scene was really well done. When it comes to watching a superhero movie, I like to watch it using my eyes, not my asshole. That's just me personally, but I felt like I sat there with my asshole open the entire movie. In terms of acting, obviously the Avengers flicks have a massive cast. One character who did get played up a lot in this movie, who had a lot more screen time than I think anyone expected him to, was Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner was in a 2010 flick titled The Town, which starred himself and Ben Affleck. The soundtrack in it was outstanding. There are a few films out there where the soundtrack really stands out. The thing to me that made it like a really watchable film for that sort of genre was the realism element. I felt like they never pulled anything off that was like extraordinarily out of the question. Everything was very possible. Everything was very in the real world. Chris Hemsworth in the movie Rush 2013 was by far, in my opinion, his best performance to date. He really did put on his big boy shoes and show us all that he can swing that acting bat and he can hit a home run. Personally, I'm not someone who enjoys racing and car movies. I've never really been attracted to cars like, the majority population of males are on this planet. But with that in mind, it was based off a true story. It was a car movie and Chris Hemsworth was in it. That's 3 reasons why I shouldn't be watching it, but I watched it and I really enjoyed it. The man who directed this film, Joss Whedon, I actually do have an utmost respect for. He directed and wrote the Firefly series as well as Serenity, which was this sci-fi kind of, they're basically, sci-fi pirates that are flying around from planet to planet, ship to ship, doing what they will. They're kind of mercenaries, they're kind of thieves. It was a really fun, interesting, exciting show with an awesome cast. So a series that Fox pulled the plug on 14 episodes in ended up to being one of the most desired, incredibly renowned, cult following series of all time. Once you're done watching that 14 episode series, there is a movie called Serenity that is basically a conclusion. It's a 2005 movie. It's a conclusion to the series. Genre gets me excited for this film, guys, because now I get to recommend 2 superhero movies to you guys. And I know everyone in the world just watched Avengers: Age of Ultron. One of my all-time favorites is the 2000 flick by M. Night Shyamalan, Unbreakable. This stars Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. I would say it's probably one of the most unconventional ways for a superhero to have become a superhero. There are some really eerie scenes and moments that really stay with you, and that's really uncommon for a superhero movie. I feel like you watch a superhero movie and you just kind of remember it in this big action blur. Unbreakable is one of those films where you really remember several scenes for what they were. In all honesty, this last pick is an obvious one, but I have to go with the mother of all superhero movies. The King, The Crown, V for Vendetta, 2006, the Wachowski brothers. If you've seen all the Marvel films, but you haven't seen V for Vendetta, maybe you shouldn't see it, because you might actually have a heart attack. This movie's gonna grab you by the collar and shake you around the room. This movie's gonna pin you against the wall and ask you who you are. I really gotta say, if you've seen Avengers 2 and you've been following the Marvel films and you haven't seen V for Vendetta, stop what you're doing. Go and watch it. Right now. Right now.
I thought the hurricane season was over.